So recently I posted a clip from this Joe Budden Adam 22 video, and a lot of people are reacting to it. So the first clip that I reacted to was about, Joe and the rest of the crew approaching Adam about repurposing and clipping up the Kevin Samuels interview that he did a few months ago, or actually last year. But he clipped it up soon after his death was announced, and they pressed him on that, and saying how they're monetizing off of Black Death and stuff like that. So here's another clip where they're pressing him, as it says in the title, about profiting off of Black trauma. So I'm guessing this part of the interview is going to be mostly about him interviewing certain gang affiliated members and rappers that get into beef going on No Jumper, and then some of them ending up dead, and Adam pretty much reaping all the benefits from it. So if you like these type of videos, please do me a favor, hit the like button, and definitely subscribe. Try to get this sub count up, and leave your comments on what do you think about these type of conversations and interactions with people. But let's get right into it.
The billionaire black.
I ain't reading it neither, yo. I'm up with energy and vibes and frequencies. I can't read. You read it. It's yours, nigga. You put it out. Which one? Any of them. Read that one right there. Hey, Alex, put the arrow above the one you wanted to read.
Oh, I didn't know you'd be.
Yeah, that one right there. Yeah, that one right there. Yeah. I interviewed. Yeah, that one.
So it looks like they're literally on the No Jumper YouTube page and just probably going through different titles in the way Adam titles them, which we all know it's technically clickbait, but it's like you have to title it a certain way to make people click on the video. That's just how YouTube works.
FBG Cash, and this is a clip from the interview. FBG Cash claims Lil Durk told him to take a photo at King Von's mural.
Rest in peace, King Von.
Rest in peace,
FBG
Cash.
Cash.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is like this is not just an isolated incident.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Habitual. That's what he talked about in the interview. That's what he talked about.
That was it. I mean, that's
not at all.
It's an important thing he talked about.
But this is a microcosm of this business and what goes on, and how some people look at black artists, black lives. Like, come on, Adam, you got a bigger responsibility than this as a multi-millionaire from fucking hip hop.
Truth bomb. I know all the guys. Listen, I know many guys.
Truth bomb. That's actually the name of the episode too.
I fuck with the GDs as well. None of them have told me that they think these titles are in any way out of line, because to them it just seems like common sense. If you're gonna interview these guys, of course you're gonna talk about the shit that they actually talk about in their.
Now you sound like a label head.
No, now I'm tight, kind of. I ain't gonna hold you. Think about this.
This interview came out. He had no complaints. None of the O-Block guys had any complaints. You guys are so much more sensitive than the actual gang.
You know why? Because we're in our 40s. Stop.
And not wrapped up in this at all.
No, let me finish. No. He's saying we're more sensitive. We're the young black people that are these kids' parents. These are our little brothers. These are our fucking nephews that are outside killing each other, and you white people are now interviewing them.
What about when they went? What about when he went on those music and dissed all his ops in the music so that I could then later ask him about it in an interview?
I would love to finish.
Finish.
He ain't making the money you are. You sitting there interviewing these black kids that are fucking killing each other, and y'all.
Yo, it's just hot. It's just hot, bro. And I mean, this shit stance all the time. I mean, he even goes at ICE for this kind of stuff, just because this is the type of music that ICE promotes, and ICE is a self-proclaimed hypocrite and everything like that. But it's just really letting Adam have it right now.
Monetizing it. That's not cool. I don't give a fuck what they talking about in their songs. Y'all are turning a profit off of this black trauma of them killing each other. Yeah, they the ones doing the killing because they young and they dumb and they don't fucking know no better. We 45 and 46 years old and we know better because these are our nephews. They not your nephews, and that's why you don't see the Kevin Samuels shit in the same light that we see it, because you're a white dude and you don't understand what he is. Except Kevin Samuels was causing a black
drill rappers aren't worthy of being interviewed.
I'm not. Bruh, you're not gonna spin my words. I'm sharp.
I mean, that's what I'm taking from what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying
You asked him about his music and his content.
True. And what I'm telling you is he's 19, 20, 21 years old. He's going to give anything just to be on somebody's fucking camera and get some light shined on his project.
I interview rappers
what I'm saying is he lost his life.
I interview rappers all the time.
These people are losing their lives, and you keep telling me about the business of...
And I interview them, and they don't talk about crazy shit. No, because they do know better. I'm telling you, most street rappers, when you interview them, are not gonna say shit about their ops, or they're not gonna whatever.
Older ones.
They're smart about it.
Older ones.
He was someone. He was.
So, I mean, like, Ish obviously has a valid point. Like, no one can contend it, really. Obviously, Adam's going to, but it seems like he's more so going at, oh, you're interviewing these young street rappers who don't know any better. And honestly, I don't really watch a lot of No Jumper interviews if it's not someone I know. Like, if it's just some, no offense, random up-and-coming street rapper that's just, like, literally just someone in the streets that knows how to rap. I don't really watch it, but it seems to be like Ish's main problem is the fact that it's the young people who don't really know better. Adam has had older people on there, but again, I don't watch these interviews, so it's like I can't really speak to it. But the thing is, Adam's obviously also going to have young up-and-coming artists who may be affiliated, but you got to have the newer artists on there. That's what people are looking for. They're not looking for the 45-year-old, OG rapper all the time. Like, especially Adam's audience. Adam's audience is mostly young people.
No, he was someone, that's a normal word.
And that was even before this whole, like, him interviewing more of the, like, street underground rappers before. It was, like, the SoundCloud kids who were, mostly on, like, pills and all that kind of stuff, but they were the young people. Like, Adam's always had young people on. It's just a coincidence that they just happen to be more violent now.
He was someone who was more open about the people he was beefing with. Obviously, he's like Lil Durk's top op while he was living, right? And so he's talking about his problems with Lil Durk because that's a prominent theme in his music and stuff.
Stop. This ain't funny, Mark. Stop. It's not funny, Mark. Stop.
Enemy is a word that has been used for as long as time. Okay. He's talking about this stuff in his content, so I asked him about it during the interview because that's what a lot of his content is about. Of course I want to know about the conflict that he has with one of the top rappers that he has beef with.
True.
How can I not ask these guys about the shit they're making music
True.
about?
You're not saying one wrong thing. Right. You are not saying one wrong thing. What I'm saying is I find it somewhat disturbing that somebody that is outside of what these boys endure on a day-to-day basis, interviewing them and monetizing it for your own personal gain when these kids are dying. This is them and their family's trauma that you guys are monetizing to turn a fucking profit. And you're calling it journalism. That's not fucking journalism.
They're gaining from it as well.
No, they're not.
Yes, they're losing. It's promoting his music career.
I'll be honest. I get it. It's the whole right message, wrong messenger thing, but I do not want to hear Ice say a single thing on this topic, bro. Like, bro. Ice can't talk on this. But again, like, I get what Ice is saying. I mean, I get what Ish is saying, but it is true that, Adam is saying, like, he's not asking anything that's not out in the music. It's not like this is new information that people are going up in the interview for, and now, like, the rappers that the people are talking about in the songs or in the interview are now like, oh, nah, we gotta get them now just because they saw a No Jumper interview. That's not how it works. They be talking, going back and forth. They've been having a beef way before Adam even talks about it. I don't think an interview is just like pushes it over the edge. I mean, I could be wrong, but that just doesn't sound like it makes sense to me.
There's a reason why these dudes in particular, you got Ruga and FBG Cash on the screen, they both fly to Los Angeles to do an interview with me because it's promoting their career and their business that they're building for themselves. The fact that FBG Cash got into this random ass situation where his ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend shot him or whatever the fuck it was. What does that have to do with anything? That's just some bullshit that happened after the fact.
Wait, stop, you just said stop, Ice. Yo, you and your girlfriend, you said you and your...
I was just saying that to make it clear that he didn't die over some gang shit. Like,
that's a good point. Like Adam's saying, like, okay, he asking him about this guy FBG Cash or whatever, asking him about like him having a problem with Dirk, and then he ends up getting killed by someone else that was mixing with his girlfriend or whatever he just said. And it's like, if that's not connected back to Dirk, then it literally has nothing to do with Adam. That's a true point.
It's not like he got killed by a rival gang member that he talked about in my interview. He got into some totally separate shit.
We sat down with an artist from the South. I'm not even going to say his name.
I don't know why Joe got up like that. That man needs to see a doctor.
He's beefing with. He's been beefing with. You know what I'm talking about? I know.
Yeah.
Not once did we ask him anything about that. Nope. Had an entire amazing interview. Had an amazing interview.
You got a cookie?
Cookie chicken wing.
Oh, it's a waste. Chicken.
Did not ask him about that one time at all.
Right.
Because we're not trying to shed light on that. We're not trying to promote that. You are still an artist. There's more to you than that.
Right.
And we don't need to sit there and clickbait that. And that's the problem.
But again, that's fine if that's the stance you take. I feel nothing against people that'll not ask those type of questions. The thing is, you're making it sound like that's the entire interview. Like, again, I haven't seen all of Adam's interviews, but he asked everything. It's pretty much like how you got started. Hey, you used to work with this person. Hey, you got beef with this person. Hey, this album. Hey, you said on this song. Like, it's a whole well-rounded interview. Just because y'all don't talk about that one part of it doesn't mean that's all Adam talks about. It's just two different ways to interview, bro. No Jumper is a huge production. Like, Adam's paying a lot of people. No offense to Ice and Ish, they do a good job and everything, but it's like they come on here and they do the part of the job that Joe needs them to do. And I know Joe's in their argument too, but it's like Joe will make a lot more money. Obviously, he wouldn't be able to sleep at night because of how he says his morals are, but it's like he'll make a lot more money if he went that route. That's just how Adam decides to do business. Like, they come on here and, you know, talk as they should and everything, but it's like they don't have to run the Joe Budden network or anything like that. They don't have to deal with, I mean, obviously we don't know everything they're dealing with behind the scenes, but it's like they don't have to deal with half the stuff that Adam or Joe will have to deal with. Adam's putting out interviews dang near every day. He got 5 different shows every other day on there. Like, it's a whole thing. So I'm not mad at him trying to get a return on what he's putting out. You put in all this energy, you want to get your money back, but I don't know, man. This Joe put out the full episode of this. I'm gonna watch it after this, but y'all let me know in the comment section below. Again, subscribe if you're someone new, and then let me know how you guys felt about this, and I'll catch you in the next video.